Hey, and welcome back. We are here again with episode 29, Techs-Mechs Colony Fiesta Pale. Got more mechs. Fortunately, we've had fewer techs, down to 6 colonists now from the height of 9, but we do have 2 robots to defend us. Winter is still in her biosculptor pod, attempting to reverse her biological decay. We'll see how this goes. As far as goals for this episode, what I'd kind of like to get around to is finally getting all of our crops relocated further north. We'll see how that goes. It'll be a bit, and finishing temperature proofing everything. Because right now, the biggest issue is we just have absolutely atrocious temperature management, and that's not very good. So I think to accomplish some of that, we're going to reinstall some things here, because I do want to fix some of that. So we're going to move some things around and get our constructor bots working on things, because that seems like a good way to take care of stuff. Our cleaner bot is still doing things. Our kitchen bot is still doing things. Joe Constructo somewhere. Oh, he's down here mining. So we'll see how things go. But I think we're gonna start with this. No, we're not gonna do that because I wanted to eventually double this wall up for some thickness, which means we need to relocate this a little bit more. I wonder if pawns may not be able to walk there. We'll do it here. That works. Ish. Hall's wandering around in confusion again. Another Alzheimer's breakdown. We need to get Hall in next, but it does take a long time for those bioregeneration cycles, and we can't really afford to have Hall down at the same time as Winter, just due to skill overlap. So that's not a great thing. But we'll kind of take it as it goes, and that's about the best we can do. And actually, we've only got 6 people. What if we just uninstall this and just build us a brand new table? That seems like a better way to go. Furniture. Let's go with a 3x3. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that an awful lot. There we go. We'll place that down. Hopefully we'll get a really good quality build out of it. That'll get hauled away. And then let's just move some tables around. This still gets us 9 seating spots. 8 seating spots. I can do math. Nobody can sit in the middle. That's the problem. That still gets us that, and then we'll just move this one block over, and hopefully that should help restrict impact to movements. And then, let's see, how do we want to put the TV? Put the TV here, that gets everybody seated at the table. Oh, I like that. I'll just move this over as well, and we'll reinstall this here. Unfortunately, that does mean we're going to have to reset our air conditioning pipes. But that's not too big an impact, really. We may need to go through and do some research for power as well. We have the people, it's just our best researchers currently trying not to die from being old. Have a fire. Sir is trying to change their appearance. I think what we'll do is this, and then we'll just wall this off. And that way we can extend out the gate. Yeah, I like this thought. We'll deconstruct that, we'll deconstruct this. We don't really need that there. This is a good way to do it. There you go, and as you can see, we've got a lot better temperature control. This is still a slight issue here in the prison, but that's because it shares a single thickness wall with our hot tub area. And this sauna is set to only open the vent to vent out to 35. But when it's 30 outside, there's limits to how much that will vent. Maybe we'll add a second vent. No, we'll leave it. It's fine. So building on something from last episode, a realization I had near the end, is we don't have to actually farm any of our vegetable matter, we can just buy it. We just need to get the right trader in for that. So called up a textiles trader so we can sell off some of the excess clothing and some of the stuff we're not going to be using to make things with as far as textiles go. Just so we can stockpile a little bit more silver. Let's have an ethical fiesta. If it's good, we'll get food from this guys. If not, everybody will be sad. Let's see how this goes. It was a boring fiesta. That's unfortunate. Everybody gets -1 mood. That's a thing. Maybe we can have a speech to cheer everybody up, or everybody will be really upset twice as much. That's also a possibility. Well, we got a development point out of it. It wasn't bad, it wasn't great. So there's that. There's another bulk goods trader. That's cool. Let's have Marcus go talk to them. Maybe they'll have some food. That one showed up on its own. We didn't call them. They will buy our potatoes, but they have none to sell. That's unfortunate. In fact, I don't see anything of theirs that they're selling that we really need to have right now. Get some fish, but fish aren't vegetables. Curse the solar flares. All of her stuff shuts down. Let's see if it lasts long enough to kick Winter out of her recovery pod. That would be not fun. Large piece of ancient ship has crashed nearby. Colonists can feel it in the back of their mind, extorting unspeakable acts. They must have an onboard machine persona with psychic projection ability. This persona is not friendly. Destroy it as soon as possible. Well, yeah, that's not great. Affects female. It's low for now. It'll get stronger and stronger. Let's wait and see what happens with the fire first. We'll have to go deal with it, but not yet. Not yet. Right now, I'm going to be digging a new spot for a new jail cell. A small entry and a C-shaped cell. We'll relocate our nutrient paste dispenser over here. Some space for another freezer. That can be loaded from the backside, and that will not only free up this chunk of space in the middle of our base again, which we'll probably use for something like more freezer space, but it'll relocate prisoners deeper back and deeper in, away from some of our more sensitive electronics, behind much thicker walls. That's the plan. We'll see if we get that far. We hit up the Imperial Trader on the hope that they might have some plant-based food to buy. Now, what we're getting out of this is a plasma sword, which is basically a RimWorld lightsaber, in exchange for some of the excess animals that we don't have a value for. So, there's something at least. But that gets us a plasma sword, which is neat. Let's take a quick look at who we have, who has good melee, and let's see what they've got. So Marcus right now has a spear. Marcus is going to get a lightsaber. Because that sounds like a good idea. Why do you have a steel pour hatchet? Drop this. Don't need this. You don't need this. Go get yourself a plasma sword. Yeah. Combined with the jump pack, that makes him really dangerous. If we could get him some better armor, that'd be good. But flak stuff is not bad. Fire has burned itself out due to the rain. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not too terribly bad, actually. I feel like we could take this. This might go horribly poorly. We'll see. We'll send Ari out because Ari still has the slashers. And also Marcus. So the two of them, all is again confused. It's happening more and more often. I'm concerned he might die. I'm not sure if he can or not, but that would not be good. Auto doors finished complete research. Sweet. Let's go for the solar shielding now because, good lord, we need it. And we're just going to gear and go everybody up over here in a while. So why not? Oh, actually, the bots won't draft. Interesting. Okay, got this. And let's head this way. We're going to come down here. I think the easiest way is going to be to go down and then around past this debris. That sounds like the way to go, right? Maybe. We'll find out. The question is, how close can we get before we set off the alerts? There's not a proximity sensor, so we should be able to get pretty close. We're going to put Marcus here behind the tree, and Ari here behind the tree. And we're going to loose the animals, and then these two. Wait. Sweet. And move Marcus. Yeah, we didn't need to jump him in at all. That worked out pretty well. Undraft, de-gear and go, and then we'll just turn off emergency mode. That should work just fine. Oh wait, you know what? We didn't blow this up. It does help if we complete what we started off doing. Alright, all done. Now you guys can go back home. Mark all this stuff to be hauled. I'll mark this to be hauled urgently because it is an advanced component. And, yeah, that'll work. So that's taken care of. Alright, so, don't have anything we want, but we can pick up some more bots. That's not bad. We'll grab an enforcer. 2 enforcers, really. But one of each type. That's going to cost us some money. And we're going to need some more processing chips. I want to keep a couple in spare, just in case we need to rebuild any recharge stations. But I feel like at this point, we can transition almost entirely to robotic defenses, and we'll be fine. At least that feels like the way to do it. We're going to go with Shooty McBot for one, and Body McShoot for the other. If you have better names, feel free to submit them. Just in time, there's a raid that's come on by. A group of tribespeople from the Guacroiba tribe have arrived nearby, attacking immediately. Coming down here from below, what do they have for weapons? Crossbows, short bows, recurves. Not too big of a concern, because we have our defender bots. But I did have a colony recently get completely killed because the second raid that came in had 7 tribal villagers, and they headshot half the colony in one salvo. And some of the colonists had helmets on. It felt bad. So let's go ahead and take these up, draft them in, and we'll just move them down here because they're going to be up from below. They're shooting arrows at the sentry turrets. That's not a great idea of theirs. We're going to put our bots by default back behind the solid portions, because that way they can step back to get cover. Oh yeah, that's working beautifully. They're fleeing. They're fleeing into our base and our traps. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. We'll let it go. Let's take a look here. We got one person, Bakem Kruka. And, sorry, we got 2 people here who are not dead yet, but they're bleeding out. Has some decent combat ability. Slothful, kind, and ugly. So this is going to create fights. This is going to reduce social effectiveness in preventing fights. And this makes them kind of useless. So we're going to say no to this one. This one, however, is a cannibal teetotaler. So eating people is fine, but not any alcohol. That's not going to work. So we're just going to leave them there. Let's take a look at this new quest, Menace Pods. One of our enemies is making a request. A mechanoid swarm has been attacking her settlements, and she wants us to signal the mechs to distract them while she clears the hive. We'll have... You know, that's actually not terrible. A centipede, a lancer, a pikeman, and some turrets. That's... You know what, screw it. Let's do it. 50 goodwill, that's not bad. Where did you build to? Where did you go? Why aren't you done yet? Construct dojo. I'm going to be kind of sad if it lands right here in the middle of our animals. I'm not going to lie. So let's see where it drops in. down here in the corner. I'm fine with that. We're going to go to emergency mode, though. Let's go ahead and see what all drops and how. Okay, so 2.8 days for the countdown activator. That's a pretty big range on the auto charge turrets. I feel like we could take this. Just need to be careful about it. There's a countdown activator. There's the mini sluggers. There's the mech nodes. The unstable power cell is really the big thing we want to nail. If we can nail that sooner rather than later, that's good. Leave that here for the moment. Once things are finished, then we'll send people out to deal with stuff. Now we're going to take our 4 murder bots, bring them down here. Actually, hang on a second. Can we do this sneakily? We can prevent line of sight till we get closer. We can do some nastiness. That is a lot, but it's something that I think they can handle. The focus fire is pretty effective. In fact, we're going to change the charge turret, because the charge turrets are the more dangerous, because they're like railguns, and the accuracy of the centipedes are not great. There we go, got the explosion going. That's the important part, was going to keep shooting on the centipede. 40 conditions need tending. Good lord. He is a chunky tank. But they're less hateful to us now. That's the important part. Alright, we're gonna change things up. We're gonna shoot the pikemen, and then we'll come back to the centipede, because... damn. Like, really? There we go. We're gonna flag that for deconstruction. And we're gonna grab all the barricades, claim and deconstruct them as well. We're gonna send all of our defender bots back. How badly did they get messed up there? Because we prioritized things well, it doesn't look like they got too terribly bad. Cool, I like that. We need more robots. The problem is we need a lot more mechs for the number of techs that we have. Oh no, muscle parasites. Sir has muscle parasites. That's not good. Muscle parasites are pretty much all bad, unlike the other ones. This is reduced manipulation or reduced moving, increased pain, and they get tired twice as fast. So that's not good. That's not good at all. Take this, and we can install that here. A second builder. So one that will give us somebody else to do additional mining and building and repair tasks, but it'll also give some constructions boost as well. So Joe Constructo is going to have a Joe Jr. joining him now. You know what? I'm fine with that. He even installed it himself. Look at that. Look at that. Fought off 2 mechanoid raids and a tribal raid. Got some stuff resituated around. Got some projects going. The jail is being excavated. And the nice thing about this is if we need to, we can keep extending it backwards. Which I don't think will be necessary, but there's always that risk, right? So once that's done, we can go ahead and clear this out and extend out our deep freezer to a much larger area, which I think will work out well. In fact, we're going to go ahead and lay the groundwork for that here. And we're just going to reinstall this here for the time being. Once it's complete, we'll do that. We do have auto doors, so we can also replace some of these with auto doors. We have some options. Before we wrap this up, despite the fact that we've got a lot of pretty good stuff going on, we're going to go ahead and run this Jubilee of Silicon. So we've got power switch turned on, and let's begin this. We've got a whole bunch of people. We're going to include the robots, even though they're not good dancers, because it boosts up our participant score count. Let's hope this is good. I might get some farm animals, and that'd be pretty cool. An unforgettable Jubilee, and we got some sheep. All right. Actually, this is good. This is really good because that gets us wool, and it's two breeding pairs. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's cool. Plus 16 mood. That's outstanding. Everybody's happy. We got 3 points. We're 1 point short being able to upgrade our colony again. So we'll probably start off with that next time. I'll be happy about that. So for now, this is going to be where we end this episode. Thanks for watching. I invite you to click the like button. If you're not already subscribed and you like what you see here or some of the other content that I put out, please click the subscribe button as well. The notification bell will let you know when I put out new videos. I stream on Twitch every Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern and Sunday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes during the week. So subscribe to the channel to find out when those happen. You can find a link to that Twitch channel below in the description. Till next time, stay safe, stay goose, and watch out for solar flares.